Hello, Assalamualaikum everyone. So this is a recorded video for chapter 7, okay, for class on week 8. Okay. Alright, so in this chapter we will discuss how manager can make a decision under uncertain outcome. Okay. Alright, so if when you want to make a decision, you're already certain with the outcome, so this is not the best method lah to use. Okay. Alright, so this is the contents for this chapter, what you will learn in this chapter in this class. Right? Okay, so as an introduction, okay, so in this lecture, in this topic, we will discuss the framework or the step, okay, to analyze, to make a decision, to analyze the problem that involve uncertain outcomes, okay, so which is you not sure what is the possible outcome, okay. So example, let's say you want to make an investment, okay, so which portfolio that you should invest, okay. Then you have to consider outcome based on the rate, return rate, okay, dividend rate, and then the possibility of that situation for that certain part in the future, okay. Right, so example, in next 3 years, what is the economic condition? Is it growth, or fair, or very strong, or fair, or worse, okay, increasing, declining, that is the uncertain outcome, okay, or sometimes referred as a state of nature, which is you cannot control, decision maker cannot control, okay. All right, so that's what we will learn in this chapter. Okay, so the first one, we will use the tools, graphical tools in this chapter, which is called as a decision tree, okay. When you say the graphical tools is similar like chart, bar chart, a table, okay, previously that you will learn, but decision tree is for decision making, decision analysis process, okay. Alright, so in the decision analysis, okay, alright, so when you want to make a decision using this method, you must have the alternative. You must have an alternative for your decision. If only one decision, then you don't have to make a decision. Okay, only one, then that's the only thing that you have to make. Okay, you choose, no choice. Okay, so when you want to make a decision, of course, some alternative. Okay, so this is what for this approach. And the outcome is uncertain. You can do estimation, but you are not certain the outcomes. Okay, this is the estimation you're forecasting. This is the outcome, but it's not certain. Okay, and also that you are able to calculate the probabilities. Okay, for every outcome. So example, you want to invest. So the possible outcome is that a strong, excellent economic condition, a fair condition, and then the worst condition means that declining lah. Okay, that is the outcomes. Okay, and you have a few portfolio that you can invest. Okay, portfolio A, B, C. Okay, so you have a few place that you can invest, and you can calculate the probability for every outcomes. Okay, so let's say economic strength, is the probability is about let's say 50%, and then fair maybe 30%, and declining is only 20%. Okay, total up must be 1.0, okay, or 100%. Okay, you can calculate the probabilities. Okay, all right. So usually previously, when you learn to about decision tree, you have to learn using a manually lah, draw manually. But now I will show you how you can use and generate calculate automatically when you generate a decision tree using the software. Okay, so two software available, Precision Tree, okay, from the Palisade, or using the Autos software. They create Autos and they create the ADM, Decision Analysis Decision Making Tool. Okay, all right. So you have two software, but in this class I only show you Albright's the ADM tools. Okay, because it's available for Mac and Windows user. Okay, so this is what you will have to know, understand first before we can proceed. Okay, so the first things that you when you want to make a decision, you have to identify what is the problem. What problem that you want to solve. Okay. All right. You want to invest to get higher return. Okay, so what is your problem? Okay. what is the possible decision? What is the alternative for a decision? Okay, decision alternative. And what is the outcome for every alternative possible outcomes? Okay, and also what is the probability for every outcome? Okay, so that's you have if you want in the reality you have to determine that first before you can do calculation. Okay, but in your situation everything we provide, but you have to identify that what is the problem, what is the alternative, what is the outcome, and the probability for every outcome. Okay. All right. So usually the terms that we will use to refer it is a payoff value. Okay. Right. So payoff ni can be a return or can be a cost. Okay. All right. So if you want to make a decision using a cost, means that you want to minimize the cost. If you want to make a decision, your payoff value, if it's a return or profit, then you want to maximize it. Okay. These tools cannot be using for non-monetary punya return. Okay. It must convert to the monetary value. Okay. Right. So you must use this is suitable for the monetary value only. Okay. All right. So so two methods. Okay. So first one is a decision analysis without probabilities, and the next category is decision analysis with probabilities. Okay. In using this approach ni main category ni, decision analysis without probabilities. Okay. I only discussed the three approach. Okay, so a lot of approach for without probabilities means that for every outcome to you don't assign any probability. It will have a same probability to happen. Okay. So only three approach we will discuss in this lecture: optimistic, conservative, minimax, regret. Okay, optimistic which is you will select the best from the best, and conservative which is the best from the worst. Okay, and minimax regret is based on the regret value. You try to minimize the maximum regret value. Okay. All right, so this is the situation. Okay, based on the best case, worst case, and also the regret value. Okay, so this is a PDC project. PDC have an alternative project they can choose. Okay, either they want to build a small complex, medium complex, or large complex. Let's say, okay, so in another situation, let's say PDC only get one project, which is to build a small complex. They have no other alternative. Then you don't have to make a decision. Okay. All right. So in this case, PDC have choices to choose which project that they want to select. Okay. Either to build a small complex, medium complex, and the large complex. Okay. All right. So after they complete to build all the project, they estimate at that time the possible situation, or we call it as a state of nature situation, will happen at that time. I say like after 2 years they complete. At that time, either demand will be strong or weak demand. Okay, and there's no probability for either of state of nature. They have very same probability, either strong demand or weak demand. They cannot estimate which one is more high for probability. Okay, so they consider they have a same probability. At that time, it's a demand, strong demand or weak demand. Okay. All right, so let's say they make a decision to build a small complex. Okay, so the payoff value, okay, the return that they will get, if at that time, if a strong demand, they will get 8 million. Okay, if a weak demand is a 7 million. So of course they will have to do some calculation. Okay, in the real situation, you have to calculate how to get 8 million. Okay, what kind of value that you want to use to make a decision. Okay, so in this case, maybe a return. Okay. All right, so medium, if they choose medium complex, then if at that time is a strong demand, they will get a return 14 million. Okay, but if a weak demand, only 5 million. Okay, less compared to small complex. Let's say if they make a decision to build a large complex, okay, if at that time when they complete their project, it's a strong demand, they can sell all the units, so they will get a return about 20 million. But if they have at that time it's a weak demand, they will lose 9 million. Okay. All right. Okay, so now first we will use an optimistic approach. Okay, so optimistic approach ni is using the best payoff value. Okay. All right, so the best payoff. Okay. Alright, so the best payoff ni depends to what is the situation. Okay, so in this case, it's a maximize. Okay, which is you want to maximize your return. So the best, the highest value from the highest, the maximum from the maximum. Okay, if you use the cost as your measurement, okay, then you will choose to minimize. Okay, the lowest cost, the lowest from the lowest value. Okay, cost. If you want to you want to reduce the cost as possible as you can. Okay, alright. Return, you want to get the highest near return lah. Okay, alright. So that's why they use a best. Okay, so best payoff. Okay, because it depends to the situation. Okay, so in this problem, okay, in this PDC problem, first you select the largest profit, the highest profit, highest return first. Okay, so the best one for every alternative. Okay, alright, so every alternative, small complex 8 million, medium complex 40 million, and 20 million. Where do you get them? Go back to the table. Okay, so this is the best payoff value for every alternative here. Okay, strong demand, best value lah. Okay, in this situation you can see only in one state of nature. Sometimes it might be in different state of nature, the maximum, the highest value too. Okay, so in this case, of course, last time strong demand, during strong demand you will get the highest profit. Okay, alright, so choose the highest value. Okay, list the highest value, and from the highest value you select the highest. Okay, so means if cost lowest from the lowest lah. So maximum of the maximum payoff. Okay, so if you are if the PDC want to use a large complex, okay, sorry, using the optimistic approach, okay, so they will select the large complex, okay, as their projects to build a large complex. Okay, the second approach is a conservative approach. Okay, so conservative approach is the choose the best from the worst payoff value. Okay, so the best from the worst, right? So if in the minimization tu, the other side lah. So the worst one, first you select the worst value for every alternative, and then select the highest, the best from that worst value tu. Okay, alright. Okay, so now, so from the small complex, okay, alright, so choose the worst payoff, which is a 7 million, medium complex, 5 million, and negative. So this is the worst for every decision. And from the worst payoff, select the highest payoff. Okay, so this one we consider is the maximum of the minimum payoff value. Okay, so next one is the minimax regret approach. Okay, so minimax regret approach is that we're using the regret value. Okay, so based from the regret value, we try to minimize the maximum regret. Okay, alright, so regret value ni usually also the layman words is that opportunity loss. Okay, so you lost the opportunity to get some value. Okay, alright, so under this approach, okay, so we want to minimize the maximum state of regret. Okay, so minimize maximum regret. Okay, so in this case, the methods using these tools, how step there, first you have to calculate a regret value. Okay, so calculate regret value and then select the maximum regret value for each alternative. List the maximum regret value for each alternative, and select the minimum value. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. That is the step. Okay, so this is the original table here. Okay, for every decision and every state of nature. Okay, this is not strong. So this is the weak demand. Okay, so weak demand is really not strong. Okay, so if the situation, okay, so after you, let's say PDC complete, build the complex, this complex, okay, all right. So if at that particular demand is strong demand, so the highest payoff that they can get is 20 million, okay. If at that time is a weak demand, so the highest payoff value is a 7 million, okay, right, during the weak demand. Okay, so let's say if they choose to build a small complex, and at that time it's a strong demand, so they lost the opportunity to get another 12 millions. Okay, the difference between small and large complex lah. With strong demand, they are able to get 20 kan, so they lost the opportunity to get another 12 millions. Okay, sorry. Alright, so this is how you calculate, choose the maximum value. So every value ni you minus with from the highest value. Okay. Alright, same as a weak demand, 7 million, then 7 minus 5, and 7 minus negative 9. Okay, so this is the regret table. Okay, so you have to create the regret table first. Right, so from regret table, so for every decision alternative, choose the maximum value. Okay, so for small complex is 12 million, medium is 6 million, and large complex is 16 million. Okay. Okay, so means that from here, from the maximum regret value, select the minimum value. Okay. Alright, so using the minimax regret approach, the best decision is to build a medium complex. Okay, so that's how you calculate using the minimax regret. Okay. Alright. Okay, so next we will go to the decision analysis with probabilities. Consider the probabilities for every outcome, okay? Or sometimes it's referred to the expected monetary value approach, okay? All right, so this is example here, okay? So a simple example, you will calculate manually, okay? All right, so let me show this using the Excel. Now you can open the simple decision problem file, okay? All right, so in this case, they have three alternatives. Either they make a first decision, choose the second decision, or the third decision. Okay, so in the normal situation, you can see this is the last one. Confirm you can get 3,000. Okay, so the one that like to, that do not consider risk at all. So of course they will select the last decision. Okay, so definitely they will get a return. Okay. All right, so let's say, okay, I will change it to the original percent probability first. Okay. All right. Okay, now we want to calculate the expected monetary value. Okay, so means that we consider all the probability from all outcomes here. Okay. So in this formula, how you can calculate multiple in the range. Okay. Multiple in array, so you can use sum product instead of you do one by one. Okay, so equals to, use a sum product here. All right, so payoff value, select here, comma, and select the probability. Okay, so enter. So the expected monetary value is 3,005. Okay, all right, so this is a shortcut. Let me show you how if you do it manually one by one without using the sum product. Okay, so this is example. So you want to consider all the probability for every outcome. So means that you calculate the outcome for first outcome first, 0.1 times, okay, 50,000, enter. Okay, so the outcome, expected monetary value for the first outcome is 5,000. So then you just copy that. Okay, so this is for every. Then we sum up, equals to sum. This is sum. Okay, and select all here and enter. Okay. All right, it's the same. We get the same thing. Okay, so this is a shortcut. This is what we call a multiple in array. Okay. All right, so you don't have to do one by one. So let me delete this one first. If not, I will confuse. Okay. All right, now we calculate the sum expected monetary value for second decision here and probability. Enter. 1,006. And this one, because there's only one, so you don't have to use a sum product. Times 50. course lah 3,000. Okay. Alright, so 3,000 here. Okay, so based from this EMV, so the best decision is to select the first alternative. Okay, because your punya expected monetary value return ni is 3,005. Okay, consider all the situation compared to the second and last decision. Okay, so let's say it's not 0.6 and 0.4. It is 0.8 and 0.2. Okay. Alright, the probability. So now you can see when you change the probability, the EMV is now, this is the highest, the second decision. So that's why probability you must calculate properly, correctly. Okay, so be careful with the probability. Wrong probability will give, you will make a wrong decision. Okay. Alright, so this is a simple simple decision problem. So now I want to show you how you can create the decision tree for this problem. Okay, right. So first, make sure that you add in the DADM tools like I showed in the previous video. Okay, so now click this one and then create decision tree. Starting cell ni, it depends where you want to start. Number of digit after decimals ni, let's say I don't want the decimal point, so select 0. And then how you want that currency to display like this. Okay, so I want to make sure it like this. Okay, either you don't want separated, it depends to you. What is your decision? In this case, I want to maximize the EMV. Okay, minimize ke, or you want to consider as a risk ke, that's the highest level lah. And then click OK. Right. So the first level is, let me show you here. The trees here. Okay, so here, this is what we want to draw here. Okay, all right. So the first one is decision. Okay, so after square, right? So you can read. Let me see. Decision tree. Okay, so this is the explanation for decision tree convention. What is the nodes? Okay, the square, the nodes. Okay, the branch. Okay, so you can read here. Okay, all right. Okay, so I want to draw here. So we will start with the decision here, okay, and then the probability, right? Okay, so now decision, okay, so decision here, we don't have any decision, all right, so specify the decision, because since ini, then I just click decision 1, you can type here, or you can select. Okay, so let me show you the first one, decision 1, comma. We can just type or can select. This is how if you want to type decision 3. Okay. Payoff value. Yeah, decision 1. Cancel. Okay. So payoff value cost is 2005. Make sure same consequences. Okay. 3008 and 3000. Okay. Oh, no comma. Right, so no comma here. Okay, or you can just ignore this one. Okay. And just click OK. Oh, we need to write something. Okay. Oh, okay. no, number of branch here. So sorry. Change it to 3. Because we have 3 decisions, so 3 branch. Okay. And click OK. Okay. So now you have 3 branch here. Okay. So the first branch here, we want to expand. So just click from this branch. Okay. So we want to expand from here. So now I want to increase the probability. Okay. So the first probability. So let's say I don't have the probability here. Labels is right. So let me see here. You don't have any label, so you can just ignore label. Okay. Payoff value. This is how if you want to select from the cell reference, click there and select this one. Okay, from 3 to 5. Click OK, and then make sure this change to 3 because we want 3 branch. And probabilities here. One. Okay, and click OK. And OK. Okay, so now it's expand to to this one. Okay, 0.1, 0.2, and 0.7. And then this one, I want to expand here. Probability as well. Okay. Label, no label. Okay, specify value. Cancel first. I just want to make sure that you can see everything. Okay, expand and click OK. So probability to no and select here, click OK, and click OK. Alright. So the last decision, no opportunity, no nothing lah. Okay, because only one, so you don't have any probability, no branch. Okay. Alright, so this is how you create a decision tree. So you don't have to draw it manually. Automatically, it will give you a best decision here, 3008. Okay. Alright, so if you change this one, the value probability, the branch will be different. Okay, so now I want to proceed to the next one. So this is the explanation. Okay, so the symbols here is a common symbol. Okay. Alright, square is for decision. The branch after circle is the opportunity. And the triangle or the diamond square ni means that is your final lah. Okay. Alright, so now we want to go to single stage. Okay, so single stage problem. Okay. Only one stage means that you want to make a decision based on the one level of opportunity only. Okay. All right. So examples, go directly to the file. Let's reopen the file. Okay, single stage. Okay, new product decision, single stage. Okay, so in this you can read the textbook. Okay, see, is it the textbook available or not? No, okay, so you can refer to the textbook. Okay, so in this problem, please read so for you that you can understand what is the situation. Okay. All right, so in this problem, this company, Acme company, they are now currently in the process to introduce a new product. Okay. All right, so now currently in the middle of the process lah. Okay, so now already they incurred some fixed cost. Okay, so now they want to make a decision whether to proceed or not to proceed with the development. Okay, so now they are currently in the middle. They already have some fixed cost. Okay, so they dah incurred the some fixed cost, but now they want to make a future decision. They want to proceed or not, to continue with the development or not. Okay, so if they continue with development and they will market, okay, so they have to incur some additional cost, which is a 6 million. Okay, so 6 million here, fixed cost, additional cost, okay, 6 million. And then they can, dia punya margin tu is about, they will sell their punya product because they develop and then they market, sell the product, okay, at an $18 per product, okay. Then the possible outcomes, okay, so after they complete the development, the possible outcome is at that time is a great market, okay, so they estimate about 0.5 probability for the great market, and they estimate, they forecast the sales volume about 600 units, okay. If the market is a fair, which is considered as a 0.35 probability, the sales volume would be 300,000, okay. If the market is awful, okay, with a 0.2% probability, 0.2 probability or 20% probability, the volume, sales volume only 90,000, okay. So now we want to calculate whether we want to create a trees to see the decision whether to proceed or not to proceed, okay. Alright, so if they proceed, decision 1 to continue, decision 2 to stop the development, okay. Alright, then they have to calculate the EMV. Okay, so first you have to calculate the net revenue based on the unit margin and the sales volume. Because remember, we need to use the monetary value. Okay, so how you can get the monetary net revenue, volume, sales volume, estimated 600,000 times by margin. Okay, so times by margin, this one. Okay, same as other market. So this is your punya payoff value. You have to calculate that. Okay. Alright, so let's recalculate manually equals to sum product. Okay, this one. And net revenue. Enter. Okay, so EMV, but remember if they continue the development, they have to include some fixed cost here. So you have to minus fixed cost. Okay, so the expected monetary value approach is 1.074 million. Okay, but if they stop, then the zero, no EMV lah, no at all. Okay, uncertain, right? So based from this one, based from this manually, we can suggest that of course lah, we suggest to this company, Acme company, to proceed because they will get return around 1.07 million instead of they just stop there. Okay. Alright, so now we want to create to show calculation using the decision tree. Okay. Alright, so now create the decision tree. Let's say I want to start here, 0 again to maximize. Click OK. Okay, so first decision, label yes or no. Okay, to continue development or not. Okay, continue development. Okay, so the decision is to continue development. Okay, put the question marks there. Okay, so click OK. Okay. Oh, sorry. This is the I mean that the bad was because a simple apps kan. Okay, so I have to delete this if I miss something. Okay. Alright. Okay. I need to redo because I didn't include the cost. Okay. Alright. Level continue development. Okay. Alright. So specify yes or no. Okay. So value which is the punya payoff ni ada cost. I will put a negative 6 million. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And if no, no cost. Okay, so if they continue, they have to pay some cost. Okay, and then okay, so if this is only decision, you can see the best decision is not to proceed because it's have a cost there. Okay, but now we want to include the return sales as well. Okay, so click this diamond here. Okay, and we expand from here. Okay, so expand is a probability. Okay, develop, and market product. Okay, so that one to show, develop, and market product. Okay, and we have 3 branch because 3 situation: great, fair, and awful, isn't it? Okay, labels here. I select this one, click here, and okay. Pay of value, select this one, and okay. And probability is select probability here, and click OK. Right? So okay. Okay. See, now you get your best decision here. Based from the calculation, you can see it will suggest you yes to continue development. Yes. Okay. So this is the best. This branch is the best after consider some cost here based from the return and consider some cost here. Okay. With you punya return ni 1.075. Okay. So dia return show here. Okay, so if for single stage, if you can use manually ni, you can see clearly lah. But it's more complicated if a multi-stage. Okay. Alright, so now we want to go to the multi-stage. Okay. Now stage. Okay, so in this, using these types, okay. They don't provide to calculate the risk. Okay, alright, they don't calculate the risk. I will show you about the using the Palisade later on. Okay, alright, a precision tree. Okay, that they can calculate because this is simple apps only. Okay, alright. I will show you how they can calculate and explain to you later on. Okay. Alright, so this is a precision tree. I will share with you as well the how you can download the precision tree in the. You can refer to the next video. Okay. Alright, this is a precision tree for multi-stage. Okay, no. Now let's go to multi-stage decision problem. Okay. Alright, so multi-stage ni you have 2 stage to make a decision. Okay, so in this example, I will go directly to the example. Okay, so in this example, okay, so previous one, they just combine to develop and market. So if develop, then market, okay. But in this situation, they divide, okay, they consider as a technology. If they continue to develop, okay, so which is they will incur some 4 million additional cost. Okay, if they continue, then they have another situation before they can market, okay. That is situation is that they already pay for the 4 million. There is a probability that the technology fail or not. Okay. All right. Which is the technology failure. Okay. The failure, yes or no. Okay. All right. So there's a probability that technology will fail. So if the technology not fail, okay, not fail means that they can market the product. Okay. So once they they can confirm that technology is not fail, then they will continue to develop to market the product. Okay, so you can see here is a multi-stage here. Let me show you. Okay, before you can go there, I hope that you can see here. Okay, so this is the C2 level of decision. Okay, so remember square is a decision, 2 level of decision. First, to continue or not. So if they continue, okay, so you have to understand the situation before you can draw the trees. But this is just I want to help you to understand the situation, okay, to as a practice, okay. So if they continue, then there's a probability which is they're gonna control the technology fail, okay, success or not, okay. Right, so the 20% probability that technology will fail, okay. All right, so if let's say technology is not fail, success, okay, so then they have to make another decision. to market or not to market. Okay, so not to market. If market, then they have to incur some cost, 2 million cost for them to market their punya product, and then that this is the situation of the market, whether it's a great, fair or full. If they not decide not to market, then that's all lah. They will lose about 4 million based on the cost of the technology here. Okay, alright. 2 million here. Remember, 2 million for marketing. Okay, right. So if they don't proceed, then they don't have to incur this one. Okay, and this is a statement that there is a 0.2 probability that the new product will be failed. Okay, so ada probability di situ. You have a probability there. Okay, all right. So now we go to this file, technology uncertain. Sorry. Okay, so I want to delete that quick. This is from position 3. I need to run the position 3 first. Okay, so once you download the position 3, you will get this shortcut. Okay, right. So watch the next video. I will share in the next video. Okay, and you add a position 3 ni same as you add the DADM. Okay, and automatically it will add new ribbons here. Okay, here, position 3 and click OK. And close. Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot to add. Okay, so go to file and then option, add in here. Go. Add in. Okay. Click OK. So this is a position 3 here. Okay. 1, 2. Delete. Delete subtree. Okay, so delete this one. Delete here. Okay, so now we will use a DADM tools first. Okay, all right. So okay, so this is the probability of failure, 0.2, fixed development cost, marketing cost, unit margin same, and the probability here is same, revenue also same. Okay, all right. So now let's create the decision tree. I start here, maintain for this one, and to maximize as well. Okay, and click OK. So first we will start with the decision. Okay, so decision here to continue development first. Continue development. Okay. All right. So yes or no. So if yes, then they have to incur some cost, which is a negative 4 million. If no, then 0. Okay. And okay. Okay. All right. So of course, continue. No. Because there is a cost here. Okay. So now, if not, then that's it lah. Okay. Now complete. Okay. So now let's say if they continue. So I want to expand here. Okay. So probability technology success or not. Okay. Now technology success. Okay. All right. So yes or no. Okay. Because no cell there. So we just write ourselves. Okay. So if yes, the probability, sorry, it's not pay off. Okay. This is probability 0.8 for yes and 0.8 and 0.2. technology success. Okay, and success or not, still this is the best because this one is they still have it incurred because you don't have a return yet. Okay, if technology fail, then they just will stop here. Okay, so if success, then you will continue to make another decision whether to market or not market product. Okay, so yes or no. Okay, so if they market the product, they have to pay for some 2 million cost. Okay, if no, then zero. Okay, still this is the best. And also still, if technology not success, not to market because you have still you have to pay no return yet. Okay, then we continue here. If you want to market the product, of course you have to consider the market situation, which is the probability market. Just put market. I need 3 branch and labels here. Okay, cancel the first. This is the okay. So we need to see this one. Okay, 3 branch. This is a probability market. Okay, labels. Get here. Okay. Pay off. Sorry. You want to write, want to select here. This is the value, pay off value, and click OK. And the probability here. Click OK. Okay, so now after get the return, you can see. Alright, so if this is a 2 decision here. Okay, so 2 decision, this is square ni decision. Okay. No, first we have to make decision here. Okay, so to continue the development, the best decision is yes. Okay, so yes, continue. Okay, all right. So if they continue and the technology success, then whether the market or not, yes, market the product. Okay, all right. So if not, then that's it lah. Okay, so they will have to bear some cost there. Okay, all right. So this is how this is a multi-stage. First stage and second stage. Okay, multi-stage, simple lah. Okay, so now let me show you how you can use the precision tree. Okay, the similar, same, but because the ADM you cannot run you cannot do the risk analysis. Okay, all right, here can do some risk analysis here using the DADM. Okay, so now we use a precision tree here. Okay, precision tree, you can do a lot of things here. Now click decision tree where I want to put it. Let me copy this first. Okay. Okay, so this one. All right. Okay. So now I show you how you can use a position tree. Position tree. So this is where I'm going to start. Don't worry, it will go down if it's not enough. Okay. All right. Okay. So new tree to new products. Okay. To introduce new product. Click OK. Okay. Now continue from here is to make a decision. Okay. So decision branch 1 is yes. Okay. Name to continue development. Okay. And yes, double click and no. Okay. If yes, then you have some value which is negative 4 million. Okay. Okay, so true. This is still at this stage is true. Which one is true is that decision. Okay. All right. So we will continue, which is a chance. So in the position 3, use a chance here. Okay. So the chance is technology success. And if they continue, so they have a chance whether technology fail or success. Okay. So the first branch is yes. And the second one is fail. No. Okay. So the probability here is 80%. And this is 20%. Okay. No value. Okay. So you can just let it 0. Okay. All right. So still can see yes, this is still true. Okay. So if technology success, then you have to you can make a decision to market the product or not. Okay. Market, yes or not. So if they market the product, then they have to pay some cost 2 million. Okay. And click OK. Okay. Still is not to continue yet. Okay. All right. So, and also not to market because there's still some cost you have to pay. So now if yes, then there will be 3 situations. Okay. 3 situations for your market. Okay. So you punya chances market condition. Okay, so let's say market condition. Okay, great. Where and I add here. Okay, so you add here. This awful. Awful. Okay, probability is 0.45 or 45. Sorry, 45%. 35%. Is it correct? Check. Okay, 45, 35, and 20%. 35 and 20%. So the value here is 10,000, 10,800,000. This one, okay. Sometimes they have problem. That's why I like to type. Okay, so chance is market. create 45 and okay. Where 55 and 5,400,000. Okay, and food 20 and 1.62 million. 62020. Okay, and click OK. Okay, so to market through market, okay, yes. So the first decision is new product development, yes. Continue development, yes. Okay, so because this is a true, okay. So if technology success, then you have, if no, then you have to stop there. Then if yes, then you have to make another decision whether to market or not to market. So this is a true, means that you will suggest to market the product, and this is the expected monetary value return. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's how you use the decision tree. Okay. All right. So now let's say we want to okay. So I click here, analysis. We want to calculate the risk profile here. Okay. Okay. Calculate the risk. Okay. So this is the risk profile. Okay. So give you some risk value. Okay. So you can see that this is the risk 16%. For in this situation, 60%, you will lose about 4.38 million. Okay. This is loss zero. Okay, this is a loss side. And this is the you get the return. Okay. 36% you will get the probability 36% you get return 4.8 million. Okay, from this situation. The situation you can see the more that the highest risk is you will get your loss is what 600,000, which is 28. Okay, but the highest probability is 36%. But if you combine from 100%, 64% that they punya risk to loss. Okay, only 36 when you get some return. Okay, so this is the risk lah, whether to continue or not. So this is the risk that you have to take into consideration as well. Okay. All right. Okay. So this is if you use the new position, then you can do some analysis, mode analysis. You can do some sensitivity analysis. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, sensitive ni you have to set percentage lah, whatever lah. So the most usually we just refer to the risk profile. Okay, right. Tadi risk. So this one. Okay. All right. So this is chart. Okay. For your punya cumulative chart. For your probability for you to lose and your punya chances to get a return. Okay. Okay, I think that's all at this stage. And also that so this is the explanation that no zero for that no return here. Okay, so no return is zero probability. That's all. Okay, so that's all for this chapter. Thank you very much. Bye bye everyone.